going to follow Steven here from FTP. He's going to push right down into the light room. Very aggressive through, actually, into Cat. 4 players around there. He's going to go on the back, and he will get scoped down from Mudaj. He could have had a hat full of frags there. So unfortunate from him. But Skia will come back onto Lehu. So SMG has eliminated an opposite SMG. Skia will get a double. Shah comes back with a double of his own before being deagled in the back from Liski. And that's going to take it onto a 2 versus 2. Umbe is in B alley with that M4 carbine. One of those weapons you don't often see in Call of Duty 4 now. AK definitely preferred with that assault class, but either way, he is rocking out the M4 here. His teammate, in the form of Mudaj, has just been completely destroyed from Liski, who spams up the peak. You lose bind there. Zumbe's going to start to push into Melons. 2 players ahead of him. Has picked up the first onto Liski, and doesn't get the second onto Hain. I really thought he would have picked that frag up. So unfortunate. I'm going back to what I was saying before, Enzi. Had he have had the AK-47, perhaps he would have picked up the double and the round, but FTP pick up first blood and get that first round on the board.
Indeed, nice round coming out from FTP. As I'm going to follow on to Mudaj with that scope. Hey, going to start off with a grenade and another grenade coming back in the opposite direction. Stephen will get taken down, courtesy of Mirko, as Mudaj is just scoping across, trying to look for a frag. Nothing's going to come of it though, as he is just peeking the side of the bus to see any players running towards the bomb. We see that a lot from the likes of Zabza from Phantasmagoria. And we did cover him in E-Series. Maximus as Mudaj with a beautiful shot onto Liski. And if I had the bind, I'd be saying you peek, you lose back. Because Mirko with the double. That's 3 frags already this round. And to make it all even once again, 1-1.
And let's have a quick switcheroonie onto the SMGs of PMP. Let's have a watch of Shah. Said before how aggressive these two are. And Shah definitely not being the exception to the rule. Having said that though, he did throw the sneaky grenade out, then backed up and went into B alley. Of course, this is a standard spot to make sure that B plant doesn't go down quick. Lehu, the other SMG for PMP, will shut down Steven there, and Mudaj will absolutely obliterate Liski. Skia trying to push into Melons as a flash comes up. Will Shah follow this one up? He is going to do so. It does come in with the SMG there. Heavily tags up Skia, but doesn't drop him. And Skia is just going to chill out there in Melons until he regenerates back to full. He has 2 players in support against a 5-strong PMP, but Skia just goes Leroy mode, jumps out of Melons, takes down Shah. I do not think Shah was expecting that. Caught with his pants down and his finger up his backside. That was an easy frag for Skia in the end. He's now going to just reside in Bialy, peering across into A Gardens. Can't see anything as of yet. The fake has come down onto the B-bomb site, and Umbe with that M4 once again making good use of it, this time headshotting higher out of this round. Skia and Hain, the last 2 remaining players. Hain has picked up a double there onto Lehu and Mirko as well, and suddenly, FTP have a real sniff and a real hope at this round being theirs. As Mudaj has been tagged heavily, Hain is trying to pick up his 3rd frag, poking out as Umbe will M4 him down. 2 versus 1 situation. Skia's going for that full plant. Grenade has come in, but it has just missed Skia. He's on for the 1v2 clutch now. The bomb is down, but he can't do anything as Mudaj pushes round the side and AK Skia out of the round. Easy defuse, and that's going to be the 2-1 lead to PMP, who are for the first time in this matchup take the lead.
Indeed, 2 rounds in a row for PMP, so let's see if they can carry this one on, as obviously 1 round to separate these teams. We saw in the match before in Cybergamer that PMP was much stronger in attack, but yet they had a very strong defense on Crossfire as well. So this might work into their favor as long as they can get that advantage. As I'm going to pick it up with Steven now with that SMG. Could find himself with a couple frags. Not going to be getting the first one onto Shah. Shah will come out on top. Liski with that deagle. Lahu goes down, making a 3v4 in favor of PMP. Haya with that bomb at the top of the street looking for a kill. No one is going to be peeking though, as he's going to be lining this nade up. As Umbe will come in with the M4, and I haven't actually seen the M4 for quite a while. There was a stage where it kind of seemed that the M4 was getting back into the trend, but it's kind of been put away for some time. And Umbe releasing it this match as Skia will drop, and it's now a 1v4 as Shah with the double, his 3rd of the round. That's 3-1, and 3 rounds in a row for PMP. Not looking good for FTP early on.
Yeah, just retorting back onto what you're saying about the M4, I remember Tay used it in a match that we casted on NC, and he dropped like a 30 bomb with it. And I was thinking, is this the resurrection of the M4? Because it used to be used quite a lot when COD 4 was very much a new esports title and new to the competitive kind of side of things. M4 was used quite a lot because its accuracy is just so damn good. But the wall banging and that bullet penetration, not quite so good. Either way, as I'm blabbing on, that bomb has been planted from higher. And the 4v3 situation in favour of FTP here as Leihu's trying to push up. He's going to be applied to his left. Umbe, M4's down higher. Mudash has been dropped there. Leihu back onto Liski. And Hain will pick up the frag onto Umbe, leaving in a 2 versus 1 with 20 seconds to go. You can hear a player in the form of Hain pushing into back of A, but Hain will AK down Leihu and take this to a 3-2 situation. And PMP still in the lead here, NZ, but FTP definitely don't look outmatched.
Definitely not. It's shaping up to be a very close game indeed. But as I said, PMP were much stronger in attack the other game as Mudaj with the scope through the smoke. As Leihu will follow it up with a double. Haney and Liski go down. Haya with a reply onto Leihu. So Leihu will be denied any more frags this round, courtesy of Haya. As Mudaji is looking for a kill and that top basement area. No one is there though. Shah receiving a few tags along with Skia. As I'm going to follow on to Skia now. Let's see what he can do. Has got that AK in hand. He's peeking about as he is getting a few bullets his way. But is it going to drop? Beautiful shot under the bus. The bus? The car? I'm so tired. I'm mistaking a car for a bus. My God. As Marco will go down 2v3, which was a 2v5 actually. So, really nice stuff coming out from FTP at the moment, but can always be denied. A Skia will come around the corner with the double, and all of a sudden they're right back into this one, a 2v5 to a 2v2 now. And PMP are not going to be happy if they throw this one away. Skia obviously got 2 frags already in a row as Mudaj will deny. Hey, a Skia comes in with a third on the verge for his 4th. Where is he? Does see him running up them stairs, and Skia is going to know he's top A now, and Shah is top A. Sees him run onto the bomb. Skia sees him in the window, as Shah is going to drop down. Skia obviously hearing that, adjusting his aim straight away, but he has got that bomb down now, which was a 2v5. It's now a 1v1. Skia with 3 frags, nearly with 4. He jumps around the corner. Incredible from Skia as a 2v5 from FTP come out. Amazing stuff. And Skia was really the main man there with the 4 frags, but incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Leapfrogging himself onto 9 kills for 2 assists here, Skia. So, really doing great work for his team. Picked up that round for sure. And now the emphasis is back on PMP. Can they pick up this round? As Skia, the man from last round, he just turned it on, has been down. Steven onto Umbe. Will he get the second? Yes, he will onto Leihu. Finally there. Great play from Steven. Completely locking off this A side now. There is only just one player that can stop him in top of A building. A shot has been down from Hain. Steven will take down Mudaj. And Mirko back onto Steven. Mirko, the last remaining player now against 3 players, has been spotted from the scope. Bomb is going down from higher. As Mirko is trying to push in. There's going to be a player to his right, and that's Hain as well who picks up a frag. Has to be said, Enzi, that the AKs of Hain and Skia are going absolutely massive right now, and really carrying their team to a lead.
Indeed, and definitely Skia. I want to see what this guy's doing because we saw a really nice 4-man come out from him. So let's see what he can do this round. As he will follow his teammate into the smoke, into the darkness, as he's going to rush straight up the street. The smoke is completely blocking the view from his enemy of PMP. He's going to pick up 1. Haney with an AK, Steven with the SMG as well. As Skia is going to make his way into back A. Haney with a frag onto Leihu. So Skia is not going to have to worry about that. And an amazing round coming out from FTP. The smoke was absolutely spot on from FTP. Just allowed them SMG to rush straight down the street. PMP did not see a glimpse of either of them. Wasn't even able to get a frag. And that's going to be 5-3. Incredible team play going on from FTP right now.
As Mudaj will pick up that first frag onto Liski. You peak, you lose. That's exactly what Liski just did right there. As Haya has returned fire for his team. Leihu has been dropped, of course. PMP looking strong again. Having said that, though, they've been on the receiving end of a bit of a battering these last few rounds, as they are now 2 rounds behind. And they're going to try and pick up this one. Haya with an absolutely ridiculous wallbang onto Shah. I'm not quite sure how he pulled that one off with the Bling AK, but he'll take every frag he can get right now. Suddenly, just 2 FTP players remain, Skia and Haya. Skia, of course, is really on form right now. He's got the SMG, and he's going to push back into the A side of things, leaving Haya by himself in melons. He has that bomb, but with little to no support. I don't think he's going to be able to plant that anytime soon. He's going to have to wait for Skia to make his way down into A, try and clear out top of A or bottom A, and then perhaps he can get a plant here. Very strange positioning from Mirko, but because Skia has the SMG, he can't pick up that frag. He's been dropped from Umbe, and the kind of confused face comes out from Lehu as Haya has dropped Umbe. 23 seconds remaining on the timer, and he can just see the gun peeking round that corner, Mirko, and he has converted that into a frag as PMP come back to within 1 round of FTP, NZ, and this has really been close, but I think PMP will be relatively happy on the defense side being only 5-4 behind here.
Yeah, exactly what I said, they're much stronger on attack, so this is already a good result. As Haya's got the shotgun, he's going for that fast plant, and it looks like it's going to be going down as Mudaj and Mirko will both connect frags. As Shah will take down Haya, but the damage has been done as the plant has gone down. We've already seen the 2v5. Are we going to see it again? As Skia and Leesky are left standing, Skia on the verge of death is going to defy it though as players are going to run in. Skia is laying there with the double, Leesky with the single, 2v5 possibly, a Skia will come in with the third, and all of a sudden a 2v5 has gone to a 2v0 as Skia comes in with the 4-man once again. And wow, this man is on a mission along with his team, incredible stuff. That's the second 2v5, and if I was in PMP I'd be so surprised right now if that TS was not emo central.
Well, let's hope it isn't. Let's hope it's motivational. Let's hope it's inspirational. And say, look, Skia right now is carrying his team. Eliminate Skia, cut off the snake by its head, and by default the rest of the team should be relatively easy to overcome. As Steven and Lehu have both been dropped here. Umbe gets down from Haney. Haya has been pushed from Shah. This is what we like to see from PMP. I want to be completely honest, they haven't done too much of so far. It's pushed that B side really hard on defense. It worked a charm for them in CGI, but so far they haven't really been doing it too much. As now Shah's going to line up that grenade. Definitely one of the best SMGs in the game right now is Shah, along with Lehu. A real formidable SMG partnership, but he has been taken down in the back from Haney. 3 versus 2 situation. It seems to me that PMP continually lose these kind of close, tense rounds here. The 3v3s, 2v2s, they seem to kind of let slip by the wayside. As Mirko gets his second frag there, Haney and Skia both are dropped, and that's going to leave the scope of Leesky all by himself. Has to go and pick up that bomb, but of course Mirko is going to be prowling round the corner building. Leesky pushing into lower basement. Mirko hasn't a clue where he's going. Mudaj also doesn't really know what's happening here, but Leesky slowly but surely making his way into A. Has been starting to collect some rounds from the backside, but he will jump out of A. Leroy and take down Mudaj. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 situation. Mirko's going to come around that corner. He knows this has to be a full plan. Will he get the frag? No, he won't, as Leesky picks up the 1v2 clutch. Once again, FTP, the clutch masters. And that's 2 rounds, Enzy, that PMP simply shouldn't have lost here. 7-4 the scoreline. And I'm kind of speechless.
Oh my god. PMP are just thrown it out the window right now, but hey, like we said, this is an alright result considering they're on defense. We saw them the other day, and they were very strong on attack. They were twice as strong. As Shah, out of nowhere, comes in with the double. Steven and Leesky going down early on here. Skia trying to connect the dots, trying to get that frag on Bialy. Is he going to be able to get it? Yes, he will. Shah goes down. Shah will not get that free man this round, as Skia will land a headshot and retreat back to that scope house. And he's going to be very happy about that, as Umbe is in bottom 8, looking towards Melons. Haney, top light area, as Mirko will be top 8. Mudaj with the scope around tables, as it is 3v4, the advantage going PMP's way, but how many times have we seen an advantage already for PMP? And it's been absolutely destroyed from the FTP side, and Skia fighting back once again. So a double from Shah, a double from Skia, a triple from Skia, and he's very close to be getting the quad right here. as shots are being fired from bottom A. Skia obviously noticing that as he's going to come down these stairs as Mudaj will pick off Haney on the cross. Haya with the headshot onto Umbe. That's bottom A down. And now it's a 1v2. Skia on the verge of his third 4-man in just one map. As he did just miss Mudaj as he's going to go onto top 8 as the plant will be going down very comfortably unless Mudaj can get a wallbang. Not going to happen as Skia is going to be there. And once again, 4 frags coming from Skia. And honestly, what the hell is going on?
I'm getting deja vu from Ono and Crash here, and I don't know about you, but Skia is so dominant right now. I think Ono was on 21 frags at half-time on Crash, and now Skia's on 18. So both of these players have just gone absolutely monumental in this first map on the first half. But the question is, can Skia keep this pace up? As you're seeing Steven so aggressively pushing into Melons, he's already looking towards lockers, and he could get a few frags for his troubles, but Lehu, quicker on the reactions, will take him down. Mudaj can see Liski at the bottom of the street in ruins. He's going to throw up that grenade, perhaps get a frag, perhaps not. The answer is no, as Haya in Calf is going to shut down Umbe. Skia back onto Shah. Skia is definitely... The adrenaline must be just flowing through his veins right now, Enzi. The kind of form that he's in, he must be feeling around every corner there's 20 players. That's the kind of motivation, inspiration that's just flowing through Skia as I'm talking. Look at him pushing up. He doesn't seem to really care. He realises his reactions are lightning fast right now, and he picks up another frag onto Mudaj. Gets the Deagle out. Very nearly picks up the kill onto Mirko as Haney comes in with a double. That'll be a big +3 to Skia. But again, Enzi, you can't count this guy out every single round. Regardless of if he dies, he still has a massive impact. He's got 20 kills and 4 assists. Huge, huge play.
Indeed, as he's actually picked up the AK now. So let's see what he's going to be doing with this. Let's see if he can do anything different with the AK. As obviously he's going to be a bit more defensive as Skia with the grenade coming on onto Mirko. Mudaj with the double. As Lehu will get down from Haya. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Mudaj is your last remaining player. He has the scope for PMP, so he's got that range on his side. But he hasn't got the advantage. That's the only problem. He comes around the corner. Deagle's down Steven. That's his third of the round. He's on for the ace here. 1v2 and a clutch. So an ace and a clutch in the making for PMP. Mudaj right here as the SMG is pulled out of his pocket. And he's ready to roll. Trying to look for a kill. As he's going to come around the corner, a player is right there, and look how defensive Haya went there. He had a feeling Mudaj will be very pushy as he's in a close situation in a 1v2. So they had to go a bit more defensive, and they did. It paid off. That's 10-4. And Haya coming out with the Anexus Styler.
Yes.
Ooh.
Apologies, our producer just said he really... Well, should I say this, Lee, or not? He says it's okay. He for some reason, Lee really thinks that Skia is hacking.
Yeah, and Lee can know because he's a hacker himself.
So, yeah, some controversy there. I'm not sure what to make of it. I think he's just playing well. You know, some people just have games where everything is working for them. I was reading chat before. Skia apparently has turned up to lands and performed very well as well, so... I would be surprised if he does hack.
Well, there was a comment in chat from Heiserby, I think it was, saying, if Skia's clean, he's one of the best players in COD. Well, the stuff he's been pulling off is amazing. Like, I'm not going to call cheats, I'm not going to call anything, I'm just going to go with the flow, you know. He's playing, I think there's anti-cheat for this as well, so let's just go by that. Obviously, anti-cheat is bypassable, but obviously this is a discussion for, I don't know, a forum post or something, obviously not on the stream. Basically, the tail of the tape right now is like FTP are playing absolutely extraordinary against PMP, as PMP are forced to call that timeout. But Vince, what do you think personally about the hacking accusation?
Nah, I don't think so. Like, look at it this way. Froz, when he was starting to come up, I know Skia's been around for a long time, but when you look at players like Froz, everybody thought that he hacked. You know, then he went to LAN and he performed really well. It happens. Sometimes people just have stormers of games. You can see the way Skia is playing. He's just hyper-aggressive. And when your reactions are on form, and when you're really feeling it, I know this from my own experience as an SMG. I'm not saying I'm anywhere near the same caliber as Skia, but if you're starting to feel the game and you're really enjoying it, and you just have that confidence, especially with SMG, you can snowball teams. You can just push those areas. Your reactions are on fire. Everything's working for you. I honestly believe that Skia is clean. That's just my opinion for what it's worth. But the timeout has finished now, and it's going to be interesting to see how PMP kind of retort here, Enzi, because this was their map, remember, and in CGI they absolutely dominated. So to be 10-4 behind, for me, is kind of a massive shock.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw PMP playing very well the other day, but we haven't covered FTP before, you know, and they're pretty good by the looks of it, as two nades come out from Umbe and Mirko. Shah coming in as well with an SMG, so it looks like that timeout is gone to perfection, and it's all down to one player, and that is Leeski for the FTP side in a 1v5. We've seen many clutches already as the plant goes down. Leeski with a frag onto Shah, as a player comes around the corner. Leeski cannot do anything about it, and FTP with only one kill to half.
So yeah, I mean, the timeout seems to have worked so far for PMP. They've mixed a couple things up. They're on attack, of course. So are they going to play hyper-aggressive? Are they going to play a bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed? Of course, only time will tell here. Skia has pushed into lower light room, has picked up, I was about to say he's picked up a frag, jumps round, gets one onto Shah, and then down from Mirko. Again, hyper-aggressive play from Skia, as Mudaj will take down Haney in the backside as he tries to run away. 2 versus 3 situation, was a 2 versus 4. Umbe and Mudaj have the work cut out for them here, for sure, as Umbe is going to push up onto top of a building. Having said that, though, the bomb has just been picked up from Mudaj, with that scope, of course. Now going to peer across the B. Let's have a look. Kaya is in the spawn building, so B is pretty much cut off, and he has just seen Mudaj pushing round into A. Of course, he's going to call out for his team. Stevens on the bus. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. If they've called it's going to be an A kind of push, why do they still have players in spawn building and on B? Surely they should be pushing on A here. As Umbe is going to get taken down in the backside from higher, and that's going to leave Mudaj all by himself in a 1 versus 3 situation. There is a player there ahead of him. He has pulled out that deagle. Can he get the frag onto Leeski? No, he can't. Leeski will take him down and bring it to an 11-5 scoreline, as it seems that timeout didn't really work that well for PMP. They won 1, then lost 1.
Yeah, a bit of the same situation as the Nexus and Western Wolves, you know. A Nexus called the timeout, they looked very confident in the first round going in, and then the opposing team, which was Western Wolves, just changed it up, you know, and it worked again. A Nexus couldn't do anything about it, exactly what just happened there, as Leeski will drop early on. As the AK frag coming out from Skia, has he actually changed weapon once again? Looks like it. Maybe just a few change in tactics, might be going off spawns and such. I see that a lot with teams lately as well. As Lehu is now down. Skia looking for a frag on Melons. Just does actually see a player in the doorway as Mudaj will fall. As Skia now looks for the wall bang. No one is there though, as Umbe will land the M4 frag down onto here. Haney with the grenade for the reply as Mirko goes down. As now it's a 2v3. The advantage FTP's way. Skia very close to picking that player off on the cross. As Skia is just looking towards that top A. There is a player coming down the stairs now. And there is a player behind the A bomb, but Steven will not come out on top. This time Shah will. The headshot is down. The plant is now down. And it's now a 2v2. So 2v3 to 2v2. They're very cautious of this A house. Of course, there is a player around there. That was Shah. He's going to come down, land the frag onto Skia. So that top fragger is now down. And Shah with a beautiful deagle to follow it up. Make it 11-6. And tit-for-tat action going on right now.
Yeah, Skia's moved on to 24 kills for 10 deaths with 4 assists. And on the opposite side, Shah is top fragging for his team with 16 kills, 1 assist. But he's got a great spawn here, looking to expose it as well. He's rushed all the way into A already. Great movement in top of A, in fact. And there is going to be a player there. Gets the frag onto Steven. Great play from Shah. Controlled aggression throughout here He knew he got a great spawn. He didn't want to push the envelope too hard, and he has been rewarded. Sees Haney, does tagging up a couple of times. Skia is the last remaining player. Skia has been taken down though, so that's going to leave Haney in a 1 versus 5 situation. And let's switch over to Haney. Did tag up Mirko on that bomb. But the bomb still hasn't actually gone down from PMP. There we go, finally planted. As Haney sees a player jump across, he jumps out of the A building and gets absolutely pasted in midair from Mirko, who finishes off that frag. 11-7 the scoreline, and PMP making a bit of a comeback here, Enzi, but still a long way to go.
Indeed, a long way to go. As 2 rounds in a row from PMP, but is it going to be enough to silence FTP? As it looks like they're trying to do just that. Zowie and Mirko will both come in with frags, both by grenades. So grenades really proving crucial in this round as of far. As Heya is in that B alley. There's a couple players to his right. The bomb looks to be getting faked anytime soon. Heya hears footsteps, and there's the SMG. Lahu jumps out of the doorway and drops Heya to his knees. He will now be on the way to the cemetery where he will get buried, along with his 2 comrades, Skia and Steven. As Haney is in back A, waiting for a peek from top A as Mirko plants the explosives right now. As Haney goes down, it's all down to Leeski once again, 1v5, as he looks at the player jumping out, and there's Shah with the double. So we had a great play from the SMG combo there, picking up the last 3 kills of that round, and PMP that seemed to, they're sorting their act out a lot.
They are. They're definitely up in their game. Shah is starting to really come into his own here. He's been pushing time and time again with the SMG, just as an SMG should. Steven has got the car bomb onto Mudaj. Actually had kind of a plus 15 up for grabs there. There's a player to his left, a player dead ahead of him in top of Lightroom. We're there for the taking, but he didn't convert them into frags either way. Player has gone down either side. Umbe picks up his second M4 frag there. Exquisite stuff from him. The M4 master reigning supreme. As that PMP, currently a player to the good, are going to try and make their way and get this bomb down. Make that 2 as Umbe picks up his 3rd in a row with a frag grenade. Is he going to push into A? Is he going to go for that ace? Or will it be denied? It has been denied from Lehu. Leeski, the last remaining player, but Shaw will go in and mop up Leeski. And suddenly, Enzi, out of nowhere, there's only 2 rounds in it. 9-11. And that has kind of crept up on us.
Yeah, Skia's kind of been calming down. I think he's been taking the AK the last couple rounds. Maybe he needs to change a couple things up, because obviously Skia was he was just dominating at the start. Skia looks to be going down right now, courtesy of Shah's SMG, as he's already in A. We've seen that so much the past week or so, from casting Crossfire, as Mudaj dodges the death. As Shah will pick up the second of the round. Haney goes down, and all of a sudden it's a 1v5 for Heya. And I just don't know what's going on right now. I'm kind of lost for words. I mean, it was 11-6 or 11-7, and now it's 11-10.
That Skia was on 18 frags. I remember very clearly saying 18 kills, and now he's on 24, so he's definitely slowed down from his onslaught in the first half. Reminiscent again of Ono, actually. And he's been taken down from Shaw here. Yet another round looking to go the way of PMP. Steven is trying to come back with an AK onto Shaw. Perhaps this is the time for a timeout to be called from FTP if they do lose this round, and try and kind of stabilise this downward spiral they've currently been facing. But still, they are 3 versus 4. Make that 2v4. Mirko has just headshot down Haney, and this is looking precarious at best for FTP. We really need to call a timeout, in my opinion, and figure out what the hell is going wrong, as Leeski is going to push in here with the SMG. There are 2 players to his right-hand side, one of which is on the bomb. The bomb has gone down. Leeski has seen Mirko running away without any smoke coverage. He doesn't seem to really care, and suddenly Steven is the last remaining player. Lehu did pick up that frag on Leeski, and Mudaj will shut down Steven. In my opinion, NZ timeout has to be called right now from FTP. But they're not going to.
No timeout got to be called, so maybe FTP a bit confident that maybe they discussed something last round or so to change up, maybe try something, but we don't always see every single team call a timeout when they start losing. They're kind of like, can't be bothered, let's just carry on. But it's all even once again, as Shah and Heya will exchange frags, as Haney and Umbe now down. Mudaj again with the scope, of course, peeking across. trying to look for a kill. No one's going to be there. Mirko looking for the wallbang, in fact, as Haya is sitting in Keen behind that wall. Steven is in calf, prone, and Skia in back A with the SMG. So a slower round coming out from FTP, not as aggressive. So let's see if this pays off. But it seemed like it'd probably be an easy plant for PMP if they tried it, to be completely honest, unless a nade came over. I mean, there's no real resistance if planted on the right side. As wallbang's coming out, the Fate comes out, so obviously trying to draw them grenades out. One comes out, will another follow? No one follows, as Lehu will get the SMG down onto Haya. The bomb actually going down now, so exactly what I said, an easy plant, but on the exit, Steven does get the frag, but it's a bit late. The damage is done, and it's a 3v3, and it's so hard, really hard to defuse that bomb after planting, because there's so many spots you can go, just like City Street, I was saying. So it's pretty difficult now for FTP to come back in this round, as Lehu now adds insult to injury by picking up the kill onto Leesky, and Skia follows. As that's 12-11, just wow, and no timeout whatsoever. Maybe they're just given up.
Perhaps emo mode has been engaged here, but you know, NC, one thing we haven't mentioned is this is one of the sickest comebacks I've ever seen in Call of Duty 4. PMP were down and out of this one about 10 minutes ago, and now look at them. Best case scenario for FTP is overtime. That is best case scenario. And PMP have picked up that first frag, and this is going to be a massive body blow to FTP if PMP do pick this one up, you know, because they must have been thinking and assuming, as I was, that they had this one under wraps in the bag. But Skia has been downed here. I don't think he's picked up a frag in the last 4 or 5 rounds, as Lehu will shut down Steven. Shah's going to come around that corner. The man on fire right now, but he will be taken down in the backside from Leesky, and perhaps that overtime is still on the cards. Hyatt has been heavily tagged. Leesky, well, I say heavily tagged, he's actually been dropped there from Lehu, as Mudaj and Lehu, the last 2 remaining players against Leesky and Haney. Haney's also been playing pretty damn well, must be said. He's second fragging for his team with 18 kills. But it's going to be difficult because Mudaj has been landing some pretty tasty shots so far, and Leesky on 13 for 17, definitely not performing as your scope would need to on Crossfire, as there is going to be a shootout here between the 2 scopes. Both are trying to peek round corners. Leesky tries the unscope. Haney will get the frag onto Lehu, and that's going to leave a 1 versus 2 situation here for Mudaj. He's got that scope, 16 seconds remaining on the time. He has to go for the plant. This has overtime written all over it, but will Mudaj actually get this bomb plant down? He has got the plant down and somehow escapes as well. I have no idea how he's managed to do this one, but there's Haney from lower light room. And unfortunately for Mudaj, he just looked at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that will be the overtime, NZ. And honestly, I think FTP, that's quite a lot of credit to their character, because, you know, they lost so many rounds in a row. It would have been easy for them to kind of lose that map and to just go to complete emo mode, but they did manage to clutch that last round when it really mattered, and that will be overtime in the first map.
Indeed, as I really thought that was going to be FTPs. I mean, they were so far up for so long, but PMP managed to claw it back. So really nice stuff coming out from PMP. Obviously, FTP got that last important round to draw out, but could have easily been a win. So you have to look at it both kind of perspectives there.
Yeah, and you know, the biggest difference for me, NZ, like if we want to liken this to a previous game we casted between the Nexus and Western Wolves, is on Crash, Ono was dominating the first half on on defense with that scope, and then when it switched over, the torch was passed to Tubi. Now this game, Skia was dominating to start with, but the torch wasn't really passed on to anyone. Sure, you had Haney kind of lurking around with 18 kills, but no one really exploded afterwards. No one followed on that trend of domination. And then you saw the likes of Shah come back into it and really make a big imprint. But either way, it's going to be MR3 here, guys. The first to 4 rounds will win this overtime. Of course, if it goes to 3-3, we'll have second period of overtime. But let's take away this first round, as we're going to see FTP once again on attack. They did have a very good attack, has to be remembered, so perhaps they're going to start off this one well. Could they open up with the 3-0 scoreline? That's to be seen, as Mudaj will take down Leesky. And Shah was taken down earlier, as I was talking, from Haney. So, relatively standard defense from PMP. You've got a player back of CAF, and 3 on A side. player back of calf is Mirko. Has seen a couple of players in lower light room. He's going to try and ping across and see if he can get a lucky headshot or two. But not really anything happening, so he's going to re-rotate back into calf itself. Of course, calf is such a good position because he can wall bang through the B wall and pick up frags as the bomb goes down. Stephen has been shut down from Lehu, though. So PMP now a player up, and their positions by and large are absolutely what you'd want on defense here. Umbe and Lehu making sure no one can push through A. And then you've got Mudaj at the back in ruins with the scope, and Mirko finally in calf as Umbe will M4 down higher. And that's going to leave Skia and Haney. Haney's also been taken down from Mirko. The last player will be Skia. Can he pull off the kind of form that he was on previously? The answer is no. A resounding no from Umbe. He picks up that kill onto Skia and gives PMP with a 1-0 lead in the overtime period, NZ. And again, I mean, PMP have been on such a roll that you really would expect them to win this overtime.
Yeah, indeed. I want to pick it up with Skia. Let's see if we can see a kind of repeat. Like, the first round wasn't great for Skia, didn't land any frags compared to when actually in the game. Steven comes out of nowhere with the double Mirko and Lehu down. Umbe is going to give the reply, though. That's going to give PMP the one-man advantage. Going into the 1 minute and 10th second of this round. The nade coming out. Not going to hit any FTP players as Skia is going to get tagged up by a scope bullet from Mudaj. Spray is coming out from top A, so another call going to come out there as Leesky will take advantage of that. Mudaj will go down, and obviously you have to be and plant that bomb. It's going to be a real, is any nades going to be coming over? I'm not sure. Didn't catch any nades getting thrown, and there's the reel from Skia, as Skia is already looking at that direction where a player's just come out. Shah will drop Leesky, so 1v2 it is. We've seen a clutch from this position before. I can't remember who. Skia is getting tagged through the wall. The defuse coming out, and Skia has to stop this. He's looking for the wall bang. Not going to happen. As Shah is just too good. As that's 2-0, and honestly, I think that's game over for FTP right now.
Certainly map over, indeed. But remember, this is best of 3, so still early days. As the second map, I think, was it going to be City Streets? I can't remember, Angie. My memory is shot. So let's just follow on the action here. Sear and Haney both been dropped. It's looking like it's going to be the 3-0 scoreline to PMP going into the second half of the first overtime here. That's a mouthful. And it's going to be down to FTP really to push the envelope. They're on attack. 2 players down. All PMP have to do is sit in and wait as Mudaj has seen Leesky crossing Umbe onto Steven. Mudaj misses on the second chance. And will he get a third chance? That is the question. Yes, he did. And he has missed that one too. So it really is just basically no one else is bothering to fight at the moment. It's just these 2 scopes duking it out in the middle of the street. As suddenly Munash has picked up that frag finally, and the lull and such has come out there. As finally Mudaj got his man. 3-0 at overtime, NZ, and of course PMP only need one of the next 3 rounds to take it to the second map.
Wait, why was there a restart?
I guess because they didn't put MR3 on, so they just quick restart.
Lazy. Very lazy.
True, but PMP are 3-0 up. And I don't know about you, NZ, but I really can't see them losing 3 rounds here on attack.
Yeah, definitely not. They're really on a confidence spree right now. You know, they've come back. They've gone into overtime. They're making that overtime theirs. They're 1 round away from the victory of this first map. Obviously, we're going to see a second straight after this. Live on Chaos TV, it's going to be City Streets for the Zowie Cup Grand Finals. As all even, as no players have dropped, but Lehu will break the silence as Steven will go down. Mudaj with a scope in back, scope house, looking for a kill once again. Let's quickly switch over to someone with an SMG. Let's pick it up with Lehu as he's looking for a kill on CAF. There is a player in CAF, but he's got to be careful because he has the advantage. If Lehu just peeks in gets in the aim of that AK, then he could be biting the dust. As Leesky will drop Mirko with that scope. Lehu has got the SMG still, is proning right now. He's going to try and land the frag onto CAF. Maybe push in here. Yes, he will. Obviously, the bullets have run out from here, and a few tags come out. Lehu just going to wait there. As long as that guy is not in CAF, they can get the plant down. No problem whatsoever. Heya obviously thinking Lehu disappeared and teleported out of nowhere. but he did not, and we'll pick up the kill, and there's Shah with the triple, the good halves. But really, that should have been FTPs, as it's going to be strike now as map number 2.